So I'm going to do this holster today for my friend Mike. I've made him tons of holsters, and he wants something for the range, something to draw from, and I highly recommend the QLS kit for something like that. So it has a fork system. This will connect into this. This will be connected to the holster at all times. This will be connected to your body with your belt. It allows you to take the holster off without taking this off. So if he's on a lunch break and you just slide the holster and the gun in the holster right out and put it in his locker or whatever, eat lunch or whatever. It's just very, very convenient system, and it's good for competition shooting, and it's great for drawing, practicing drawing, you know, at the range. It's a really nice system. I make these pretty often for people. I didn't think I would make them at all, you know, but after people see them, especially arm guards, you know, they get it with the thumb hood, with the retention hood. I can just add that, which is right here. Let's see what that is. It's the retention hood. I got one left, damn. So anyway, this is a pretty complex holster to make, and when I make these, I always use the thicker Kydex, because the gun is going to stick out a little bit more. So when you're walking around, especially working at a gun range, I've been there, you're always hitting walls, banging into stuff, you know. It takes a lot of abuse, because you're not just behind the counter, you're taking the trash out, you're cleaning up the range, you're moving stuff around, you're banging your holster against the wall and all. So, you know, as far as that goes, a holster like this, because it will stick out a little bit, I would use the thicker Kydex, which is 0.93. It's very durable. So it's going to take a while to build this, and I just want to show you how it works. And this is a Smith & Wesson M&P. It's got the threaded barrel. The only thing I can't believe Smith & Wesson, man, because not everybody wants an optic. I noticed that. The plate. Why would they put a plastic plate on there? The hell? They're really saving that much money? That's like a, you know, a sliver of metal. Really? Is that going to save you that much money? I would put a, they should make that metal. Not everyone's into red dots, you know? So that's kind of cheesy, but whatever. It's got very high sights. It's got the PL turbo light, and it's got the threaded barrel. So it's going to be a little involved building this thing, but preparation for a holster is the key to everything. You have to take your time, prep it as perfectly as you can. The better you prep it, the better it's going to fit. If you take shortcuts, you're going to have snag points, spots in the holster. It rubs too hard on the light and it takes the finish off. You just got to really prep, and that's what I found out through the years. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, finally got it all prepped. That's what takes the longest, just prepping it and getting it in the press. So I can't vacuum seal these type of holsters because they're taco holsters. So I use the old-fashioned sponge press, because you have to wrap the material around like a taco, and I don't like the way the vacuum press comes out when you do it. You get a lot more definition, and it looks a lot better when you do it with the sponge press, because of the way the sponge press hugs the whole gun. The vacuum press only hugs one side of the gun. So the whole gun needs to be wrapped tight in abundance, if you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty much it. It's all ready. There's the T-mount. And just to show you what goes into making these, you know, it's just a lot of time and labor. So I got that pretty prepped. And you don't want to over prep either. If you over prep, then the gun will be too loose. So that just comes with doing it all the time and knowing when to stop. So let's get this in the press. All right, looks like we got a pretty decent mold there. Just came out of the press. That's good definition with 93 Kydex, because 93 Kydex is very thick. So what I do is I just turn the heat up on the press and make it heated more to make it softer, to make it give it more definition. There's a nice flat sight channel, nothing's crooked, and that's it. Now I got to get it out of there and start working on it. Okay, so it's finished. This is the end result. Got a cameraman today, a hot one. No. This is how it works. He requested a low cut, so that's what I gave him, because it gives the gun more room to get out faster. So it comes out, it can come out quicker than having to take it all the way out and pulling it up. So that's something he requested, so I did it for him. And everything came out great. Nice smooth edges. The fit is perfect. It's not going anywhere, it's not coming out. You can make it tighter with all these adjustment screws here. The trigger guard is well protected. You can't see any trigger. I'm a real stickler about that. I see some holsters out there and I can see inside the trigger guard and the trigger. So if your shirt gets in there or something, you don't know, it could pull the trigger. I try to always pay attention to cover that trigger guard and at the same time make it as small as I can. I kind of dish this out a little bit so it don't poke in the hand. And this is how this works. So you just squeeze these little tabs here and it comes right off. So if I'm a armed guard or something, or I work in a gun shop, yo guys, let's go to lunch, go sit down. I don't feel like sitting down with this thing, and I can just take it right off, sit down, eat my lunch. All right, then when it's time to go back, and just put it right back in again. Okay, so if you like holsters like this, it's a QLS system. Safari Lane calls it a QLS system. So that's what it is. This is the medium ride. They also have a longer one. It's almost like a drop leg. This one will hold it probably like down here more. Okay, but this one, I think for him, for what he wants, it's low enough. All right, that's how it's going to stick out. You see his gun is not damaged anywhere. Everything is protected with tape. And that is a full custom holster right there. All right, guys, so I hope you liked the video. Mike, I hope you're watching. And remember, guys, the website link is right under the video. So I'm really slow right now. It's just that time of the month, I guess. So if you put an order in today, it's going to go out like within a day, like quick. So use that to your advantage before it gets really busy again. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you.